The iPhone 16 Pro on its own is an outstanding content creation tool, but there are actually a lot of helpful accessories that can make the process of making videos on your iPhone easier and higher quality. So today we have a great list of gear for you that's gonna help elevate your experience of shooting video with your iPhone.
You gotta just press record.
Starting off our list, everybody needs a dedicated phone tripod. And this one is actually pretty insane because it only costs $24, which is insanely cheap, and it works really well. It even comes with this little phone mount on top that you're gonna be able to mount your phone to so that you can attach the phone to the tripod. And if you don't wanna use this for whatever reason, or if you have a different phone mount, this screws off from the top, and now you're able to just use this as a standard tripod if you want. So I chose the tripod that was 72 inches tall, but really you just need to figure out what height you are. So I'm at 69 inches tall, so I wanted to make sure that my tripod was at least taller than I was. But there's smaller versions like 62, 67, or even super tall versions that are 92 inches tall. So if you're randomly like 8 feet tall, you can grab yourself the 92-inch version. The 72-inch version has 4 different sections that you can extend to be able to dial in the exact height that you want for your tripod. And it also has a little twist lock mechanism to make sure that your tripod is locked in place. So for $24, this is a really good phone tripod, and it has over, I think, like 30,000 reviews on Amazon and is an Amazon bestseller. So we'll link this down in the description below. So the next item on our list is a phone mount. You need a tool to be able to mount your phone to your tripod. So that's where phone mounts come in. And now the tripod we listed, the SenSyne 72-inch, comes with a phone mount, and this is the one right here. But some people might think it's a little bit too cheaply made, and I get that. So we have a couple of options that are a little bit better that I actually really like, starting with this one right here from SmallRig. So the reason why this one is so cool is because it's a fully metal mount. So it's really well built. It's gonna be able to hold your phone and even rig out a couple accessories. It does have a little cold shoe port right here, so you're able to attach things like microphones or some of our other accessories that we'll talk about in just a minute. The thing I love about this mount right here is that it tilts up and down to dial in your preferred angle. And you can also twist the device to make it vertical orientation just like that. So that's the SmallRig mount, fully metal construction, really well built. But lately, my favorite phone mount has been this one from Ulanzi because it's magnetic, it's MagSafe. So you don't have to deal with any of these like kind of stretchy like locking mechanisms. The iPhone 16 Pro obviously has MagSafe built into the back of the phone. So using this Ulanzi mount, they just connect perfectly together. And now you're able to shoot horizontal or even quickly vertical video by using this magnetic attachment. It also has a hot shoe up top, so you're able to mount additional accessories. And overall, this is probably my favorite phone mount because of the ease of use. I don't have to spend any time dialing in the clamp setting or anything like that. I just literally toss my phone directly on this and we're good to go. Now our next accessory is from Hollyland, and it's the Hollyland Lark M2, and this is gonna improve our sound quality of our phone. A lot of these iPhones actually have pretty good built-in microphones, and the iPhone 16 Pro just added this sort of spatial audio system with 4 different microphones. But even still, the audio suffers a little bit, and I'd highly recommend purchasing an external microphone or a wireless microphone to attach to your phone to get better sound quality. So right now, we are loving the Hollyland Lark M2 system for many reasons. The sound quality is outstanding. We actually did a review comparing the Hollyland to some of the higher end systems from Rode and DJI and Shure, and the Hollyland surprisingly held up so well. So right now, this is my favorite budget system. There's several different kits you can get. You can get ones that are specific for Lightning devices. So this is the OG Apple Lightning. So all the phones that are like iPhone 14 or older can use Lightning, or you can buy kits that are dedicated for USB-C, or you can get what I have, which is a combo kit, which comes with also a camera receiver attachment. So you can attach cameras or 3.5mm devices to this. But by far my favorite accessory, and the reason why I love this Hollyland so much, is this little accessory right here. So this is the USB-C receiver. So this is a full-on audio receiver. So if I just plug this into my phone right now, now this is able to receive audio from this little microphone or even both microphones at the same time. Let me actually just set this up. All right, I've just plugged in the tiny little USB-C receiver, and now I can send this wireless audio signal from the Lark M2 microphone directly to my phone, and it sounds really good. This is also has a little magnet on it, so I could magnetically attach it right here to my shirt and just get kind of a lapel style sound coming out of this microphone. Overall, sound quality, really good. Highly recommend the Hollyland Lark M2. Now, if you don't want wireless audio and you're going to be in a more studio controlled environment where your iPhone is stationed to an exact location like a tripod or a desk mount or something, you could look at a shotgun style microphone like this right here. This is the Rode VideoMic Go II. And this is an outstanding microphone for only $99. And you're able to attach both 3.5mm devices as well as USB-C devices directly to the microphone. So you could use this later down the road with cameras, but of course you could use it directly with your iPhone via the USB-C input slot. All right, so now I just plugged in the Rode VideoMic Go II to the USB-C slot. So now the audio you're hearing is coming directly from the Rode VideoMic Go II, plugged straight into the iPhone 16 Pro. This is a great solution for those of you who make talking head style YouTube videos, who don't want to necessarily be roaming around a room with a wireless mic setup, and you want a little more rich, fuller sound. Well, the Rode VideoMic Go II is going to give you that richer, clearer sound, and it only costs $99. And if you do use this mic and find that the audio sounds kind of distorted or too loud, you can actually download the Rode Central app and then decrease your audio gain in that app right there. And that'll help you get rid of that distorted sound and make sure your audio levels sound a little bit more normal. Overall, this is honestly an outstanding sounding microphone. And now for those of you who might want to start a podcast with your phone, this is a great microphone from Audio-Technica. This is the Audio-Technica ATR 2100X, and this is going to give you a really rich podcast sounding quality microphone, but for only $49, which is crazy. This thing is almost always on sale for around $49. I think it retails for around $79, but I've literally never seen it more than like $55, and $49 is typically what you can get it for, and the price that we got it for at Think Media. The cool thing about this mic is it works with your phone via the USB-C input slot, but also has an XLR slot if you ever wanted to plug this into different audio recorder devices and use it as more of a standard podcast microphone. It also has a 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom, so you can monitor your audio signal directly from the microphone. That's a super cool feature. And now I just switched over from that $500 SM7DB to this $49 Audio-Technica microphone, and honestly, I think it sounds really good for $49. I've actually competed this microphone against a bunch of different other microphones that cost closer to $200, and I was very surprised at how well this microphone sounded. So if you're a podcaster, or even, I actually sometimes plug this microphone in to my phone when I'm recording social media stories, like for Instagram, because it just gives me that rich podcast feel. So if you want to try this microphone out, we'll link it down in the description below. Now, the next item on our list is this cage from SmallRig. This is their universal phone cage. And really all this cage is going to do is add a lot of flexibility to your different rigs that you might want to rig up for your phone. And it'll also add a lot of stability to your rig. So one of the things about filming with phones is that your hands just aren't very stable. So there's a lot of micro jitters that happen when you're filming with your hands. Now, this SmallRig cage and the specific variant that we'll link down in the description comes with these handles right here. So you're able to get a really smooth motion as you're doing different camera moves. So this is going to add weight to your rig to help with those micro jitters. But there's also quarter 20 threads and cold shoe mounts all over the body. So you're able to rig this thing up with all different sorts of accessories. I recently went out and shot a ton of footage with the iPhone 16 Pro, and I used this cage for a lot of that footage, and I think the footage turned out really, really well and smooth. So if you really want to elevate the look and the feel in the shooting experience of filming with your phone, a cage is a great way to do that. And the next accessory is actually another rigging solution, which is a gimbal. So if you're somebody who wants to get really smooth motion out of your videos and make your videos feel more cinematic, a gimbal is a great way to achieve this. And one of our favorite gimbals here at Think Media is the Zhiyun, or Zhiyun. I honestly don't know how to say it. Everybody says it different. But this is the Zhiyun Smooth 5S. So this is their newest gimbal for mobile devices. And I think right now it's on sale for $130 and can be anywhere from like $130 to $160. This could actually be one of the best vlogging tools for lower light situations because it has a built-in light on the front of the gimbal to light yourself while you're vlogging. Or if you're filming another subject in front of you, it can light that subject as well. It also has some built-in AI capabilities for real-time AI tracking of human subjects. And overall, this is a great mobile gimbal device. So if you don't have a gimbal, I'd highly recommend you turn on enhanced stabilization in your iPhone 16 settings. This is going to help you get smoother motion out of your vlog scenarios. But if you want even smoother motion that's not software based and you actually have a piece of hardware that's going to produce that gimbal effect, the Zhiyun Smooth 5S is a great gimbal. So our next tool is for those creators who want to maximize just the visual style and look and feel of your videos by leveraging an ND filter. So an ND filter is just a filter that you put in front of your camera lens lens or sensor to be able to cut out light, which then allows you to shoot in proper shutter speeds for video. So that's all it really does. It is really important though if you want to get the most cinematic or natural looking video that doesn't just feel like the shutter speed was cranked so high and that there's no motion blur in the video. So the first filter that we recommend is from K&F. They have a great Amazon store with all sorts of filters, but this one in particular is a clip-on filter. So I'll show you in real time just how easy this is to use. So all you do is you slide this onto your phone right here, and then you tighten it against the front of the phone. And so now we have a ND filter screwed on directly to the front of our lens. And so actually it kind of looks cool right here. You can show how an ND filter, this is a variable ND filter. So it's going to cut out light from hitting the camera sensor. And if you needed more light, you could twist it to let more light in. And if it's too bright outside, you can twist that to cut out light. If you're a creator who likes to shoot in manual video exposure in something like the Blackmagic camera app, which unlocks your iPhone's potential to be more in line with what a mirrorless style camera can shoot in, it's really important to shoot at those correct shutter speeds just depending on what your frame rate is. So an ND filter is a great solution to make that shutter speed easier to achieve, especially in outdoor environments. So that's a really easy clip-on solution, but there's also another solution from a company called SandMarc. So this is my iPhone 15 Pro, and they also have iPhone 16 series cases, and I'm actually going to try to pick one up. But the cool thing about these cases are around the lenses, these are actually lens mounts that are threaded so you can attach different accessories. And they have a ton of different accessories from ND filters to lenses. So right here is one of their ND filters that can just screw on directly to the case. And now I could use one of their NDs and it mounts directly to the cases that they provide. And check out this other cool accessory I have from them. This is one of their anamorphic lenses. So anamorphic video just really kind of compresses your video file a little bit so that you can stretch it back out into a widescreen format. And they make lenses that can attach directly to their phone mount. So this is kind of a cool way to be able to get a different creative look out of your iPhone. So I just want you to be aware that there's more complex systems like the ones from SandMarc where they involve cases and attachments and filters and lenses, or there's really simple solutions like this one that just clip directly onto your phone. And then you can shoot at proper shutter speeds by leveraging the ND filter systems. Now, if you notice throughout this video, we've been heavily focusing on these rear-facing cameras and not the front-facing camera. That's obviously because the rear-facing cameras are so much better for video quality when you compare it to the front-facing selfie camera. But then the big problem becomes, how do you see yourself if you're recording with the rear-facing camera? You're not able to see yourself on the screen. Well, there's a couple solutions. If you do have an Apple Watch, you can use your Apple Watch as a monitor because there is a camera control app on the Apple Watch. You can just open that up and even hit record from your Apple Watch if you want, but that serves as a little monitoring device. But I know that's like a couple $100 solution. So there's a really cheap solution right here from NiceVeedi. So what this is right here is their Selfie Mirror. So you can screw this into the cold shoe attachment of all of these phone mounts that we've talked about in this video. And now you're able to tilt the mirror into a position where you're able to see your phone screen to monitor your video signal from the rear-facing cameras. This mirror is only like $40, and it's well worth that $40 price tag to be able to have the confidence for seeing yourself and knowing that your composition is correct in frame, and then you're still able to use those rear-facing cameras that are so much better than the front-facing selfie camera. I literally cannot speak highly enough of this mirror. I love it so much. We'll link it down in the description if you want to check it out. If you want to pick up a high-quality light for recording your YouTube videos, the light that I'm currently filming on is the Amaran 60D with one of their softboxes. This is a little bit more of a professional light, so it's going to cost a little bit more than a more budget solution. But if you want just one key light that you'll never have to really replace, the Amaran 60D is an outstanding option. We'll link it in the description, but I also recently tested out this NiceVeedi studio lighting kit. It's like a 2-pack panel kit that has bicolor temperature. So it has a cooler and a warmer and then a more daylight color temperature. And this thing is insanely cheap. It's only like $50 for a 2-pack. And it also comes with the light stands and these weird little like phone holder attachments as well. So you could actually use this as sort of an all-in-one YouTube studio solution with 2 lights, a phone holder, and light stands. And the light quality is honestly pretty good. So whether you want a really professional solution like this one from Amaran or something that's a little bit more budget friendly, either option is going to work great for getting high quality video. And lighting is such an important factor for getting a better image out of these phone devices, especially. These phones have really tiny sensors, so they usually suffer in lower light conditions. So if you can blast yourself with a lot of really bright, high quality lighting, that's going to greatly improve your overall image quality out of your cell phone. The next accessory that I find myself using all the time are these different sorts of cable adapters. So this one right here is from Anker. It's a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter. And the way I use this cable all the time is to attach different kinds of microphones to my phone. If I'm wanting to record audio to my phone from a different style of microphone, or if I want to plug in just like traditional 3.5mm connector headphones to my phone and it not be a wireless Bluetooth system or a USB-C set of headphones, this is a great cable for that. And I also just plug it into my studio monitors at my desk. If I'm filming B-roll in my studio of stuff, I want to just play music in the background, and usually I connect my phone to my studio speakers, but I need to plug this little adapter into my phone in order to be able to connect my phone to my studio monitors. So this little thing is always with me. I've actually purchased two so that I keep one in a travel kit and one in my studio at all times. But that's one thing you're going to need to think about. If you're going to use your phone for content creation, what are some of the adapters that you might need in order to maximize the potential of what your phone can do? Now, if you're a vlogger, you're going to, of course, want to look at the Joby Gorilla Pod. This thing is a staple for vloggers out there, and I love using the Gorilla Pods for even my larger cameras. This particular Gorilla Pod is the Gorilla Pod 1K version, so that K stands for kilograms. So this can support 1 kilogram of weight, which is actually 2.2 pounds, and I believe the iPhone is just under half a pound. So this could support like 4 iPhones and some accessories as well. So you won't have to worry about weight with the 1K version. If you want something that's a little bit beefier, you could look at the 3K Gorilla Pod, which I also use for my mirrorless style cameras. So this is going to be great for vloggers who want to extend their arm out and get a wider field of view when you're vlogging, or even just quickly setting it up on a tabletop to get some different studio style shots. I'm always doing this in my studio with my other Gorilla Pod and cameras, and you'll be able to do this with the 1K version as well and attach your phone to it. I've always been a fan of using Gorilla Pods, plus you get the benefit of looking like Casey Neistat. And what's cooler than that? And the final accessory on our list is a portable hard drive, especially an SSD version. And so this is the Samsung T7. And so we use hard drives all the time at Think Media. But what a lot of people don't know is with these newer iPhones, you can actually plug SSDs directly into your iPhone and record video to an external hard drive directly. This is especially helpful if you want to leverage the highest quality codecs that these iPhones can shoot in, which is ProRes. And you can even shoot in the ProRes log format to retain the most high quality colors and highlights and shadow information out of your video scenes. But when you shoot in ProRes, the file sizes are absolutely enormous, so they take up a ton of storage on your phone. But an easy solution is you can rig this up with something like the universal cage from SmallRig, and then attach this SSD to the back of that unit, and now you're able to bypass the internal memory of your phone and record directly to the SSD, which is going to save you a lot of time. Plus, you could just plug in your SSD after you're done recording and edit on your editing software of choice directly on your computer, and you don't have to like transfer the files from your phone to your computer. They're already on a drive that you can edit from. As you can see, I love solid state drives. I literally have 3 sitting on my desk right now, and I have a ton in the studio behind me as well. The Samsung T7 in particular is very reliable, and they often go on sale, especially around the holiday season. So you can check it out down in the description below. So those are a bunch of great accessories for your iPhone 16 Pro. If you'd like to know some of the best settings to maximize the video potential out of your camera, you can go ahead and click or tap the screen right here to check out that video that I made about the best settings for the 16, and we'll see you in the next video.